My name is Mikey Garcia.
My name is Errol Spence, Jr.
I am a professional boxing world champion with a record of 39 victories without a loss and 30 of those victories by knockout.
24-0 with 21 knockouts.
I've accomplished numerous titles in multiple divisions.
I describe my career so far as smooth.
Find a way to press Mikey.
I can adjust inside of the ring to my opponents.
I'm the type of guy who stays in your face but doesn't get hit as much.
Is this the ascension of a future pound-for-pound king?
Everything I do is efficient, everything I do is precise, just enough to be better than my opponents.
A lot of guys can't stand my pressure, then the frustration of not hitting me and my defense being so good that I break a lot of fighters down mentally.
I visualize a lot. I look at different scenarios. It allows me to work more efficient and just take control and beat my opponent.
It's all Errol Spence, one-way traffic here. Down! This one is over!
Training for a big boxing match can be a familiar process. And Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia are no strangers to the grind of a long training camp. As they prepare for their March 16th pay-per-view fight, they follow the same routines and nuances as one another. The daily preparation can be a fixed pattern and often monotonous. But what is far different is the journey each man took in the ring to get to this point, both with amazing and compelling fight stories. For Errol Spence Jr., his story started in Texas, as the upcoming fight will take place at AT&T Stadium, just minutes from where he grew up. In Riverside, California, training camp continues for the upcoming pay-per-view event on March 16th. For Mikey Garcia, the journey has been a methodical process.
I said to your brother yesterday, why Errol Spence? And he said about a year ago you were watching a fight, you stood up and you said, I want to fight Errol Spence. Why?
That's the question, why? Everybody keeps asking themselves, why would I even choose Errol Spence as my next opponent?
I got the call from my manager, like, Mikey Garcia wants to fight you. He looking for clout. Then he called me out the second time. I was like, this dude's serious.
You can't escape the big narrative of this fight. How crazy is Mikey Garcia? Because you ask other fighters, you ask critics, moving up 2 weight classes, chasing down the boogeyman at 147 pounds, going after the toughest fight available that the other elites aren't willing to take.
I'm intrigued to see if Mikey Garcia's superior ring skills can really take him to victory against a far bigger, stronger, and also one of the best fighters in the sport, period.
They started building him up as this big monster, welterweight, champion who others are fearing, who others are avoiding, and I just didn't see that.
He's daring to be great, and you don't see that too often in today's era in boxing. I don't think he ever fought a fighter like me before. Even just the physical size or the skill sets or even our fighting styles and fighting abilities are all different.
By winning this fight, it's gonna leave no doubt in people's mind that I'm the best right now. There's no one better than me. Not many are taking the challenges that I am. No one else is taking the fights that I am.
And that has to be the scary part for Errol Spence Jr. Mikey Garcia has nothing to lose in this fight other than his unbeaten record. And to be willing to put that on the line, knowing the danger in front of him, is enough of a dramatic narrative to keep you focused.
And I know I have everything that I need to win this fight, so.
My career has been going better than I even imagined it, and I just can't wait for March 16th to put on another great performance and another great showing.
There's no denying that I am a champion. He's a champion. He wants to defend his title. He doesn't want to let go of that. These are the fights that people dream of having, and we're giving it to them.
Eventually this is going to turn into a fight, and we're going to find out who wants it more. And in boxing, when there's this much at stake and there's this much hunger involved, it doesn't get any better than this. This is why we fell in love with the sport, for fights like this.
No
one ever stepped inside of a boxing ring because they were looking for something easy to do. No one ever came into the sport figuring they could steer clear of real challenges, of genuine danger. But moments like this one, for these two fighters, no. The best boxers enter this ring because they want everything it offers. The fights that give them a chance to prove they're as great as anyone in the world. They call Errol Spence Jr. the truth, and over the course of a steady rise through the ranks of the welterweight division, the undefeated 28-year-old has earned his nickname and a world title.
Is this the ascension of a future pound-for-pound king?
Even as he's continued to seek ever tougher opportunities to prove his talent is as authentic as advertised. Enter Mikey Garcia. Born and raised as a fighter, with an innate willingness to never stop coming forward.
This one is over!
Over a dozen years as a pro, Garcia has never lost and won titles in 4 weight classes.
Lightweight champion of the world!
But now, Spence offers a bigger and stronger target and a way to potentially rise higher up the sport's pound-for-pound ranks.
Started building him up as this big monster in the boogeyman, but that's what I really wanted.
I didn't call out Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia called me out. This is the biggest fight of my career.
They're two fighters, fully embracing boxing's unforgiving nature, taking on a massive challenge on a mammoth stage, and knowing just how hard they'll have to work to come out on top. This is PBC Fight Camp. Today at the World Class Boxing Gym, Team Spence has 2 of its most important members, Spence's daughters, 3-year-old Ivy and 2-year-old Violet.
Oh, they come to the gym a lot. They come to the gym a lot. They used to come to the gym probably like 3 times a week. They got high energy, you know, they're very active. I mean, as long as they're healthy, then I'm cool with it. This is how I provide for them. This is how I put food on the table for them. It's how I'm gonna give them the best school and the best living possible. So it's definitely motivation to have them in the gym, having them surrounding around me, especially, you know, when I'm not wanting to train.
3. Flip. Top. Trap.
It's kind of hard balancing the 2, but, you know, it's all worth it because usually I'm off 4 or 5 months after I fight, so, you know, they'll get all my time when the fight's over with. I'm wet. I'm not wet. Touch my face. Just know I'm doing this. I'm doing this for them, you know, it just makes it all worthwhile. What you want to eat?
I want spaghetti.
Want some spaghetti?
Yes. I want spaghetti.
Want some fish?
I want fish.
I thought you know, one day I was gonna play football at the Cowboy Stadium rather than, you know, rather than be boxing. But I mean, football was my first love. But I mean, it was destined for me to box. So here I am.
If he stayed with football instead of boxing, he would make it to the NFL. He was that good.
I was good.
I saw him one day on the street. He was shadow boxing with a friend. So I asked him if he wanted to box, and he said yes. So I brought him to a gym, and that's how he got started. I'm that angel on his shoulder. I'm that whispering in his ear, hey man, stay focused, man. What you doing? I'm not his coach, so I don't have to push him as far as that goes. I'm not his manager. I'm just there to keep him safe from evil intents. I'll stick to that.
My prize position right here. I'll be a belt which I'll be fighting to defend March 16th. This is the whole reason that I'm fighting, you know, March 16th, the whole reason Mike Garcia moved up.
While cars may be his hobby, boxing is Mikey Garcia's job. But the hard work every day is with family. His father, brother, and nephew compose his training team.
Mike was 11 when I won my title. You remember that, Mike? Were you there?
Yeah. I have a picture of it.
98.
March 13th.
March 13.
Oh, this is Mikey.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Mikey.
Which one's mine? Oh, that's right. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that picture. It's pretty cool. It's just everybody from good friends to my grandpa. And like 6 or 7 years he passed away. Yeah, 7 years ago.
Good genetics.
Yeah, my dad's mom's still alive. She's 98. Being my son, my father, my brother, it just can't get any better. It's a blessing, you know, that we still have our dad to be part of the team. He comes every day. He loves the sport. He loves his kids, and he wants to see Mikey do well. And obviously now with my son being part of my team, we enjoy training, but we get the work done. Mikey's undefeated, doing great in his career. My son, he learns so fast. He's the one in the mornings taking Mikey to run. Me and my dad don't have to worry because we know he's going to do his job. About my dad, my grandpa, my uncle Mikey. It's nothing but family. That's why I like coming to work every day. We work perfectly. Everybody knows their role. My grandpa's the head guy in charge. Then comes my dad, then me. They tell me what to do with Mikey, how to work with them. There's no better way to learn than learning from my dad and my grandpa. Yes. Being able to work corners with my dad and my grandpa, listening to the instructions they give, how they communicate with the fighters in the corners. Every day I'm learning something new. My grandpa retired like 2 years ago, but he's been in the gym every day since. He doesn't miss a day of Mikey's training. Just today, he told us this was his favorite day so far because it was just us four in the ring, just working. So no, he's not retired. He's not retired. En este caso, mire, ahí, mejor la pura derecha, ahí, pum. Está mejor. Estamos más cortitos.
No hay mucho riesgo porque quedas acá.
Sí, pues. Pero para tirar 1-2 tiene que irse más lejos y tomar su tiempo. Esperarlo a que él voltee. Mejor la derecha. Mire. You know, he sees something and he jumps in to tell us. Today, my dad was telling us to pivot to the left and throw the 1-2. But when Mikey was doing it, he wasn't feeling very comfortable. And I felt that Mikey wasn't comfortable. So I told Mikey, okay, let's do it, but throw the solid, straight right hand. ¿Esa sí está mejor? Eso. So we told my dad, look, this is how it feels better. So he understands too. But we make the adjustments and he's okay with it. You know, he's here just to help us out. So I love that about my dad.
The ultimate goal is to get in the ring in the best shape possible, win that fight. So everything I have to do right now is with that mindset to get me in better shape for March 16th.
I think Mikey's in a great situation right now where he continues winning, he continues challenging himself, being part of the family and doing it as a family. We all win, not just one, not just two. It's four of us winning together.
Perhaps the most elementary aspect of a fight camp is that it separates opponents. As they focus on finding a path to victory in the ring. But boxing is also a business, and promoting a fight is part of that business through events like the gathering in front of cameras and microphones today in Los Angeles.
It's just refreshing just to break away from training camp. And then even seeing your opponent just give you that new energy. You know, really, I can't wait to just take off this suit and put on some boxing gloves and go to work.
I am prepared to do whatever it takes to win this fight. This is the fight that I wanted. This is the fight that I've been asking for. I'm going to make sure that I win this fight to establish myself as one of the best of this generation and eventually one of the best of all time.
Recently, they said they were going to knock me out, so hopefully they keep that same energy they have outside the ring, and once they get in the ring, the bell ring, they'll bring that energy in with them.
Face to face on a stage, they are separated by just a few inches. Only a glimpse of what is to come on March 16th. Spence will be celebrating his own birthday next month. But for now, there's business to tend to. Just a few hours ago, he had his last face-to-face meeting with Mikey Garcia until fight week. He's back at the gym, preparing for the March 16th matchup.
seeing him face to face and just talking about the whole event overall. You know, I'm a little bit, anxious for this. I'm probably running off that. A little adrenaline too,
You gotta be tired. You tired? Man, you gonna crash, man. You up all the 24, man, you been up for a whole day. Now, who does that, man? That's crazy. Gonna work light today, we ain't gonna go all out. Gonna work on some strategizing, blocking the jab, straight down the pipe. Stepping on the outside for the left hook he tried to throw. You might see that shot. He might not just come in like that. You gotta anticipate what he gonna do. Double up. 3. Rotate. 2 of them. 3 of them. Box up. Don't stand up on me though. Keep head low. Use that movement. Don't let him get set. Only that shot.
Yeah, pretty long day, man. I didn't even go to sleep last night, so it's really like a 24 hours. No, I'm not out anyways. I usually only really get like 4 or 5 hours sleep every day.
3 of them.
Still gotta work, still more time to improve and get better and work at different things. So, no slowing down till fight week.
Spence has kept a strict 6-days-a-week training schedule for the Garcia fight. But the advantage of training at home means he's able to make time for the people who mean the most to him.
Quit being greedy. You about to eat, bro. Drink some water.
Okay, we're gonna eat in give me about 10 minutes.
Every Sunday, man, this will go down every Sunday. Family time. Family time.
Family matter.
So on Sundays, it's my off day. So usually we gather at my mom's house and eat dinner and talk, and it's basically family bonding time.
Oh, that's a nice picture. I love that picture.
Spence, along with his sisters Ebony and Kayla, was raised by his parents in the middle-class neighborhood of DeSoto, Texas. Among his tight-knit family, Spence is known as EJ.
Nah, that was for Halloween. I love this house. And every time I walk up to the front door, I just, a lot of memories. And
when he started boxing, I just thought that he was just gonna do it just to pass time. And I guess maybe about 2 years into it, I saw that he was real serious.
Spence took up boxing at the age of 15, and his rise up the ranks was quick. He was an Olympian in 2012 and turned pro that year. In 2017, he captured his first title, the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World.
Like all his amateur fights.
Like my mom and dad always just was supportive. Never just pushed me, but always was behind me and supported me and told me that you want to do it, you're going to do it. You do it to your fullest. Helped me become the fighter that I am and the man I am today.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for helping everyone preparing this food. We want to thank you for EJ. We ask that you continue to bless him with continued success. In the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you. Amen.
Amen. Mike, can we eat?
I'm just happy for him. Everything that he said is coming true. He always said, I'm going to be at the Cowboy Stadium. I mean, he said that was his dream and that's what he wanted. If you believe in it and you stay true to your dream, you can make anything happen. And that's what he did. He made it happen.
Well, I don't have to make weight, so, hey, I'm going back for seconds, third, fourth, fifth.
Mikey Garcia's training camp home usually sees the fighter secluded away from his family. But today begins with a crowded bedroom for the 31-year-old father of 3.
Go, puppy. It's nice to spend some time with the kids, too. Something a little different than just the regular routine. We need stuff like this, you know. Delicho ketchup? What's your name?
Ryu.
How old are you?
7.
He'll be 8 in June. So my oldest, Angela, Allison. How old are you, mommy?
11.
She's gonna be 12 in April. She's my firstborn. And the little one, what's your name?
Candle.
His name's Alexandros Django, after the movie. How old are you?
Yes.
He just turned 4 last month in January. That's a big bite, papi. You gonna be a boxer?
Yes!
You like boxing?
Yeah!
Okay.
Without his wife Fatima there to help corral the kids, the pound-for-pound boxer appears overmatched.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Rafa. Let's go. Ray, where are your shoes? Come on. No, you don't look weird. Let's go. No, you don't. You want to put the other one? You want to put the black one? Put it on. Buckle up.
For fighters, the learning never stops. Garcia's training team of father Eduardo and brother Robert oversee today's heavy bag work, as does a special guest, former UFC bantamweight champ Dominic Cruz.
Who's paying close attention to my footwork, my punching, my technique.
He's disciplined, even-tempered, and it shows in his fight style, all those things. And that's what makes him different.
Sí, el talento más, toda la pelea va a estar dominada con talento.
Uno puede eliminarle el peso y hasta un poquito la fuerza. Pero más fuerte no está más fuerte.
No va a estar más fuerte. No va a estar más fuerte.
¿Y cómo elimina el talento?
No va a estar fuerte.
Boxing training is so much different from mixed martial arts training because they're specialists. Were you throwing a certain number each time?
No,
Just whatever you could do,
whatever I
right?
could do in that time. First couple of sessions that we're just doing speed, just to keep the momentum going. Doing the power shots, I did like two of both sides, left and right hand, but then I switched it to just my left hand, because that's like my stronger hand for left hook to body. After like the third one is when I could really feel the power.
So you get better before you throw because you feel it better in your feet.
Because you get planted, you feel better,
you feel the technique better. It's nice to hear like what his mindset is on power shots and where his balance needs to be, what his punch count needs to be. Things like that I noticed that I enjoy learning about.
I can tell he's a student of the game because he's paying close attention to everything I was doing, paying close attention to little details that others don't. He's a fighter. He's very smart. We were pushing the training, peaking right where we're supposed to be. We're right on schedule. I'm happy with everything. Everything's falling in place just perfect. I feel really good. I'm excited, and it's just around the corner.
Everything I do is to win. If I already won the fight many times in my head, I go into the fight already as a winner. Whether it's me going down or me getting a cut or I hurt my hand, nothing's gonna surprise me because I already prepared for that and I already know how to react to that. You're afraid of the unknown. You don't know what's around the corner. Yeah, you're afraid to go look. Well, for me, I'm not afraid of the fight because I've already won the fight in my head. Your brain can't distinguish what you visualize versus what you're actually practicing physically. So I do everything physically, but then I also throw this mental preparation, and it's like getting double the workout. When I'm fighting, I'm reading my opponent. I look at their eyes, I look at their facial expressions, I look at their body language, their posture, where they're holding their hands. With mental training and the way I read my opponent, it's just a big benefit that I can do all these things and become that champion that I want to show the world that I am.
I envision a fight in my head probably a million times. I win, but it's just different scenarios how I win. I just prepare myself mentally for a 12-round grueling fight. I love it to be a first-round knockout or a third-round knockout, but mentally I'm always prepared for a 12-round war. In my head, I want a one-sided beatdown, me just punishing Mikey Garcia.
As March 16th approaches, Mikey Garcia's strength and conditioning program continues to evolve and intensify.
Mikey's focus was a lot of agility, movement, strength. Act like you're fighting Errol right now.
carrying that power and that speed and that movement at a high rate over a longer duration. We're not just here randomly doing stuff. It's a purpose in everything and every drill we do. Good work. Ain't gonna be able to find you. Press. Good work.
¿Sí les gusta mucho el box? ¿Sí? ¿A ustedes? Bien. Arrímense pues. We're walking into the gym and, you know, they're here working, you know, doing the drywall in one of the rooms here, and they recognized me, you know, like obviously they're boxing fans. Then as I started working out, they came outside and started, you know, observing, watching. They're curious, you know. For them, it's something cool to see, you know, a fighter like myself, you know, work out. And, you know, one of them, Antonio, was a little more down for it, and he had a little more courage. He started to mess around, asking, you know, to get in there and, you know, get some work in.
¿Sí sabe? ¿Sí sabe? Tráete los guantes.
I invite him, come here, try this, try that. And he was up for it.
Un pie arriba y uno abajo. Entonces, así era. Así. Nunca pongan los dos arriba. Vamos. Ahora para atrás, camina para atrás. Eso.
Obviously, he's never done something like this, so it was completely new.
30 seconds, come on. Vamos, vamos. Come on.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, we still got my work in, but at the same time, we got a couple laughs with them.
The shoes.
It's nice to have the support. It's nice to have people come up and take a photo and ask for an autograph or something like that, exchange a few words. It makes their day. Whatever I have, whatever I accomplish, you know, my popularity is because of them.
In Dallas, sparring is an essential element in Errol Spence Jr.'s camp. At least 3 times a week, he sharpens his skills in preparation for the Garcia fight. Spence's passion for sparring has earned him a somewhat mythical reputation over the years.
When I was an amateur, I sparred with Adrian Bronner, Sean Porter, Lamont Peterson, Floyd Mayweather. Some of the quote-unquote stories that came out was, you know, with Floyd Mayweather, I gave him a black eye. And they said with Adrian Bronner, I hurt him real bad. None of them true.
What makes him the best is more or less he's an all-around fighter. He's very smart. People underestimate his boxing ability and his ring IQ. Toughest boxer I ever boxed, hardest puncher I ever boxed.
And then stick arm on, just shoot that straight left. Put chin down, everything tucked tight.
He is strong, but he was crafty and smart. I think that's deceiving because a lot of guys think he's just strong and powerful, but he's tactically aggressive. It's not just aggression.
A lot of people think that he's a bully. He gonna come forward. But the guy can actually use angles. He can box. He got good footwork. And these are things that I've seen with my own eyes.
These are not sparring partners. These are actual guys that are all fighting on the card. You don't know how to give in and won't give in, so that's the best part about it.
Well, I enjoy sparring so much because it imitates really the fight. I'm not gonna find anybody as small as Mikey Garcia with Mikey Garcia's type of pedigree. So we just find a bigger guy that can emulate Mikey Garcia a little bit more.
Honestly, man, I don't think Mikey's gonna last 6 or 7 rounds. I think it's just gonna be too much for him. My prediction, eventually, it will take toll on him with the body size. And I believe that Errol Spence will stop him, most definitely.
If I could spar every day, I'll probably just spar every day instead of training. I mean, I love the contact, I love the one-on-one sport. I mean, it's like a chess match.
20 miles away, Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia will meet on the biggest stage of their careers. They go in knowing the challenges the other man presents and the sacrifices they have made to get to this moment. The fight is just days away.